Thank you so much for joining us here. And we have an awesome artist, one of our good friends, joining us. And she's got a brand new album out with CHR Records. So we want to give a big shout out going out to Mr. Rick Garcia, Miss Hilda Lamas, and company with CHR Records down in the Valley. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have on the line Miss Marlissa Vela. Hello.
Hey there.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. Enjoying our day. We just got off of work, so we're enjoying our day here and jamming out with everybody.
Oh, awesome.
So how you been?
I've been really good. How about you guys?
Oh, we're doing good. Getting ready for the holidays. Getting ready for Christmas and get it over with.
Get it over with.
Yeah. Well, no, we're trying to enjoy it. This is
exactly.
Yeah. This is our first actual Christmas together. You know, Lila and myself. Last year we were together, but you know, this is our first, you know, Christmas together. So we're trying to savor it and try to enjoy it as much as we can before the New Year's rolls around.
That's awesome.
So we want to say congratulations to you. You got your brand new album out and everything. Are you excited?
Yes, I am. It's coming out just in time. It's out just in time, but I'm really excited about it, and I think up to now it's probably my best work.
How long has it been since you had an album come out?
Well, I did one independently, but it's been years. I think this is like a culmination of everything that I've been through. It's been really therapeutic for me. So I'm really excited about it. It's something that I've been looking forward to, and I think everything comes out on God's timing.
There you go.
So,
that's the way it is. So you took some time off. You've been on a vacation for a while.
No, I wasn't on vacation. I kind of had stuff on ice. I would do things here and there. I haven't completely stopped, but it's more of the studio work, the writing, just kind of getting myself, you know, back together, I guess, you know. But I haven't stopped, you know. But I just wasn't as active as I am, you know, going to be this year.
Yeah,
God willing.
It's been a couple years, I think, since you had a release or something. I think the last one you did was Looking for Love, probably like in 2015, somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. Recording wise, it's been a while.
Yeah.
But I've done privates and I've done festivals here and there, but not fully active like the way I used to. So hopefully with this album, you know, I'll be promoting it. We'll be going to different cities and stuff. I have already a couple of festivals that we already closed some deals with, and some actual concerts. So I'm actually excited. That's what we've been working on.
I talked to Rick not too long ago, and you actually have some dates pending pretty soon. You know, coming up pretty soon already.
Yes, I'm really excited. Like everything's coming together. It's all intertwined with the album. I think getting with CHR and having such a strong label behind me, I couldn't ask for better people. And honestly, I mean, already working with a history of working with Rick, working with Hilda, it's just, my goodness, that woman has the best voice. I mean, she's just so captivating. She's amazing.
I've heard some of her.
She's been helping me with the album and vocally as well. You know, she's giving me some tips here and there.
Yeah, I've heard. Rick tells me that you guys been having some, some fun times with photography and everything else for the album covers.
We've actually been there. I was there, like, my God, every day for like a month and a half, I think, or 2 months. Probably even a little more.
Yeah, he said you guys were enjoying it a little too much.
Yeah, we were. I was having such a great time. I'm serious. I don't think I've ever had this much fun because they allowed for me to be myself. And we were just in the creative mode and just trying to find, you know, that path again, you know. And it's been such a long time since we had worked together, but it seemed like just where we left off, you know.
Yeah, he said you guys enjoyed it a little bit more than he did.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the hours that we're there, the time that we're there, it seemed like a minute.
Yeah.
You know, even though it takes a lot of time. Some artists take like a year, some take months. Some already have the pretty much what they're going to do, you know, the layout, and then they take months to ride or they go out somewhere or whatever. We kind of did everything in just those months. Like, you know, it was really cool. Like, I had a really, really great time. So kind of rediscovering myself, reinventing, you know.
There you go. So what was the idea for this album coming out right here? Is it something that you started getting the itch to start writing again, or was it was about time thing? You know, let's get back into it again, or how was the situation that you wanted to come back already again?
I think that a lot of the music that you're gonna hear, I think fans or people that have been listening to my music over the years, you're gonna hear the songs, but there's things that are added or something's taken out. I wrote most of the album. They're my songs, but a lot of people haven't heard them. You know, people that have followed my career. It's like you had dates, like you knew when my last single was, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing.
Yeah.
I think it's just, I redid the vocals. We, like I said, we took out some stuff. We improved it. We took out and put in. And then we have some new music that was actually written by other songwriters.
Yeah.
So it's new to me, and I think it took me a while to actually listen to different music to see what I was gonna what route I was gonna take, you know. And the music that that was put on my table was actually pretty good. You know, I think it's my style. I'm actually really excited about it because I feel like it's me, 100%.
Were you a little bit rusty getting back into the studio, or did it just come natural again?
I was nervous. You know, it's weird because of being out there. I've been doing this since '97. You know, and a lot of people don't know that, but it's different when you're in the actual studio because I guess, you know, it's just to hear yourself play back, you know.
Is it one of those? It's one of those self-conscious things where you don't like to hear yourself again.
No, and the only thing Rick would tell me is like, Marley, I don't hear it. And I said, no, Rick, let's do it again. I was real about how because think about it. I mean, when he heard me, it was back in '97. I was starting.
Mm-hmm.
My voice was not even developed. You know, I think I was just finding myself. You know. And a lot of things have been fine-tuned and through performing and stuff, and I'm finally finding my direction and my inner self, you know?
Yeah.
And so it was a little awkward because before, I mean, I'm going to be real honest. I'm a really honest person, and he told me, he goes, you sound very different from when I first heard you, you know? And before, they used to stack my voice. And he goes, now I don't have to do that anymore. I was like, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
It's just I developed, you know. I think I have my own personal style, and I get inspiration from different artists as well, you know. And I mean, like I said, Hilda's amazing. I can listen to her, even her new Christmas album. I listen to it every day. Oh. I highly advise people to go get it. It's amazing.
We've been playing it in our rotation with Christmas music, and she has 2 songs, Christmas songs, and they're actually great. You know, her vocals are always great. You know, I hear Rick when he does his show for us, and he throws in a couple of her songs, and she's great. She has an amazing voice. The music that they pick, you know, behind her is awesome. So I mean, it really expresses, you know, her vocals a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and seeing her live,
I have not seen her live yet.
Every time I see her, I'll record her. I'm serious. I have a lot of recordings of her. I'm in awe. Like, I become a major fan.
How long has it been since you've been on the stage?
Well, I just performed. Okay, well, we did I did a couple of things already. As a matter of fact, I just performed last weekend, and then we did I think 2 weekends before that I did Walmart, and so it's been close. we did a church thing last Saturday. I didn't post it. I should have.
That's why we don't know anything. You're keeping everything hidden.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? I'm just one of those late posters. I do everything late and I've always been that way. I don't know. I know everybody just like posts and does everything like they should, but I'm one of those, it's not that I procrastinate. I'm just late at everything.
You just do it late.
Same thing, right?
So yeah, we did an event about a year ago. I just want to go ahead and post it out for you guys. It's been a year.
I know. I'm horrible. I'm really, really bad at that.
No, but everything's good. We're wondering what happened. I mean, we know everybody takes time off. So we're glad that you're back. When Rick said that you were coming out with some new music, we're excited about it because we're fans of yours. And we're ready for you to come back and see what you bring to the table. And so far, I've heard the majority of the songs on the album. I can't wait to get it. But everything sounds great. Everything, we liked it from Dame. We know you redone Olvídalo, and then you have a couple of song that you did for your dad, which came out awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. I think it's really enduring for me, and I think it's really important because, I mean, we both shared that, me and my dad. I mean, even though I started a little later, I've always felt in tune, and I always felt part of it because, I was always with my dad, since I was real little. I grew up with that environment. So I always felt like I was a part of it. I always knew the behind the scenes, and I was always part of it. But I'm just excited to dedicate the whole album. Actually, it's all dedicated to my dad. He only got to hear one song before he passed away, and it was just very, very hard because that one song, I did it in two styles, which is the Tejano version of it and then the mariachi version.
Yeah.
I could barely get through the mariachi version. I'm serious. We had to do quite a bit of takes on that song.
Is it hard, going back to the studio, knowing that his physical presence isn't around? I mean, he's always around, but his physical presence wasn't around. Was it very hard to be back in the studio like that?
Yes, it was, because he had actually written. It was like an angel. There's like a musical angel. I don't remember what it's called. He had told me before he passed on. He wrote a message to me in the back of it. And he says, wherever you go, whenever you play, I want you to read it. I want you to look at it. So every time I went into the studio, I would take it with me. And I felt his presence, I could feel him, And even though he wasn't a big part of my career behind the scenes, he was always giving me consejos, And it's like I said, like with Hilda, I was also a fan of his. I wasn't his daughter at the moment,
Yeah.
I would stay on the side of the stage, especially in San Antonio. That was his favorite concert. Mm-hmm. He did the Conjunto Festival, like pretty much every year. He looked forward to it.
Yeah.
And I would just look on, and you could just feel his energy through the crowd, And I think that's what his fans, hardcore fans, down from like really, really young down to like the older,
Yeah.
He had a mixture. It was not just in between. It was from young to older, and I mean, we're talking about hardcore fans.
Yeah.
And it was just like an ocean of people that just had their hands up, and they knew all his songs, they knew the pasadas, like everything, like it was just amazing.
So being,
at least I got to see him, perform, before pretty much close to the day he died.
Yeah. So being his daughter and being a musician at the same time, did he give you any advice, from father to daughter and then from colleague to colleague? Was there any separation in that when you were ready to go up on the stage or do your thing in the studio?
Well, my dad didn't really get involved. I'm going to be honest. He never got involved with me. He let me do my thing. I've always been real independent. But I remember one time that I performed the national anthem. To me, that's like the hardest. I know it sounds simple, but it's probably one of the hardest most pressure on the artist, that you can sing. And I remember singing it one time, and he was tuning accordions in his garage. And I remember just going back there, and I cried, and I said, Dad, I messed up. I had never felt the pressure, like that. And I was in tears. And he just looks at me, and he says, it's real simple. And I was like, well, what are you talking about? You're not listening to me? I'm telling you how bad this is. And he says, yeah, it's real simple. He goes, don't ever put yourself in that position. Don't sing it again. I was like, what? That's your consejo to me, is not sing it again? He goes, well, don't ever go not prepared.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's not that I was not prepared. It's just that I've never done it before. He goes, yeah, but you got to allow yourself to make mistakes.
Was it the song itself that you were nervous about, or was it the fact that when everybody sings the national anthem, everybody's eyes, no matter what, is on you? Was it that?
Exactly. And I think I've been in front of a lot of people throughout my career. I'm serious. It's really weird because, I get a little nervous, but I take over. I'm like another person. I transform into a different person. I'm not the same person that is off the stage. I'm actually kind of shy, Mm-hmm. I can be real outgoing, but I'm actually kind of shy. But it's really funny because there's no instrument. It's just your voice, and you're singing, and it's maybe not to others, but to me, it was the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
You could literally hear a pin drop.
But you never did. But you never did it again. But you never.
Yeah, and I should have taken control over it. But for the first time in my life, my voice was shaking, and I couldn't control it. That's never happened to me before, ever.
Well, it wasn't at the Jano or Conjunto song, unless you changed it up to that version. But it was the national anthem. So you have everybody's eyes on you, no matter what. At least at the Jano or Conjunto song, people drift off and go different ways or listen or whatever. But national anthem, that's one of the things that everybody's eyes are on you, no matter what.
Yeah, and I already had a lot of years under my belt already, so it's not like, oh my gosh, it was my first time. It was just my first time doing that song. I guess because I've seen other artists, and they're just like dissecting it,
Yeah.
It's like you're under a microscope. And they'll criticize how you say, a certain word or whatever. And I don't know, to me, I've never heard my voice shake like that, ever.
Yeah.
But my dad just simply told me, basically, build a bridge and get over it. It already happened. There's nothing you can do. Don't put yourself in that position anymore.
There you go. That's your advice.
Real simple, old school. Just don't do it.
Just don't do it no more. Lesson learned. So now with the new album out, what's next for you?
Well, to promote it hardcore for sure, and just definitely get back into. It's like you said, you've been out for a while and so forth, and like I said, I wasn't as active. I've always played. It's just and then sometimes I just don't post it, but. For the most part, stuff that we do that I always look forward to is the fanfare. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And but we have some great stuff coming up this year, and I want to thank also America. She's my manager. Mm-hmm. She's doing a phenomenal job, and I want to thank Avino. He's amazing. He helps us promote a lot as well, and I just and I want to thank you guys too, because without the radio, without that's like our platform.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. And, of course, CHR, because when you have someone behind you, you have people behind you that believe in everything you're doing, it helps you that much more than when you're doing it independently.
Yeah.
So I know that with this, things are going to, the sky's the limit.
And especially with Rick behind you. Rick, he's one of the smartest people that I know in this industry. He's been around. He's done it all. From musician to, being behind the boards and everything else, and emceeing and everything. So we got to give it up to Rick, and especially when he came on to when he came to Mastering Radio, you know, it does his shows for us, you know, alone, and it's awesome, and it's an honor for us because, you know, to have that experience, you know, with us, and we hear all his stories about your dad and everybody else who came through Hacienda before, and of course all the new label, and you guys, you know, crossing over with them and stuff. You know, it's amazing, those stories, and I can hear them all day long. You know, along with a lot of these other old schoolers, man, I can hear their stories. But it's just amazing, you know. And he's one of the, like I said, one of the smartest guys that I know in this business,
Exactly.
and I would like to learn a lot from him.
Yeah, and that's definitely the person. Like I said, I mean, it's been so comfortable for me. It's been the support that they give me is just unreal. And I don't work with somebody that already knows your style. You know, it's like he finished he's like my soulmate in the recording studio. You know, with all respect, you know,
Yeah.
I just. You know, when you just like real comfortable and you just work with somebody because they bring the best out of you.
Yeah.
And they're patient and they allow you to be creative instead of telling you this is how you're going to do it. And then it starts thinking you know.
Yeah.
When somebody allows you to grow and aid, like making a cake.
Yeah.
You know, you're putting all your ingredients and you're putting that thing that makes it fluffier, makes it taste better, más sabor, you know?
Yeah.
I like that's what he did for me.
Yeah.
You know, and then I look for that Hilda in vocals where, you know, she told me the other day, she's like, you know what? It's very refreshing to go to work with someone that actually is looking to better themselves, you know, because sometimes they take it like an insult, you know?
Yeah.
And she goes, and you're taking it creative. I mean, like, you know, not creatively. What is the word I'm looking for? Like constructively, you know, constructive criticism.
Yeah.
To better myself. Said, why would I not want to? I mean, I want to best. I want you to bring out the best in me because I see you. You're an inspiration to me.
Yeah.
I don't see myself as a competition to any other these women. I think they're amazing, and I think it's not more challenging for a woman in the business.
Yeah.
So I think we need to pull together and help each other on the way up instead of bringing each other down.
There you go. That's a good advice right there. You gotta work together, not separately. Work together.
Exactly. That's what my dad would say all the time. He would say, "Let's stick together and work together."
There you go. There you go. There you go. But no, everything looks good. I'm glad you're back around, and we can't wait to see you up on the stage again. Hopefully around that time when everybody goes to San Antonio in March. That way, like I said, I haven't forgot. You still owe a shopping spree at Fallas Perez. I have not forgot that.
Well, guess what? They closed, and I always think about you and the interview that we had. But you know they closed already, right?
Oh, they closed all of them?
Well, they closed the ones over here.
Oh, I think I was in San Antonio for a while, and I think they had I think some of them were still around there.
Really?
Yeah, so you need to go out there and see exactly how you spend $20. I want to see that.
I can go anywhere and spend that. I'm telling you, I am. A bargain shopper, big time. And I know you don't believe me, but the people that know me know how I am. I'm serious. I come out with a complete outfit.
Okay. No, we're gonna see because I remember we had that interview quite a few years back. So I always wanted to see that. So we're gonna see.
Well, and like I said, I want to congratulate you guys because I love the pictures you guys post. I love the closeness that y'all have. And I'm so glad that it's your first, Christmas. I hope everything goes amazing.
Thank you. It's amazing. We found each other, and we became friends first, of course, and just built from that.
I was going to ask you, how did it start? Y'all knew each other already, or?
Well, I know she's watching, so I'm going to go ahead and tell the truth. I was going to tell my version of the story, and she's going to be over there laughing right now in a minute. I was going to tell my What? She is listening. I know. I told her. I'll tell my story. I'll tell my side of the story first. It was one of those fanfares we met, and we were at Jack's Corner at the time. It's no longer in existence. And I was doing my thing at the table. It was my first year doing it by myself. and Mas Chingon Radio barely, hitting the airwaves. And we were at the tables, doing our meet and greets and stuff like that, and interviewing all the artists. And I see this pretty girl come up to me, and she goes, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" I said, I say, "Hey, calmate, my children." I said, "My children are over here on the side." She's like, "Hey, you look good in them jeans." I say, "Oh, no, hombre." So I said, "Okay." And then she's like, "Can I have your?" She's like, "Can I have your number?" I was like, "Yeah, not right now, I know." So she's she said she wanted to hook up and everything. I was like, I got my kids, I can't do it. I gotta be respectful. So
I can hear
her. She's laughing.
And she is a beautiful person inside and out.
Thank you. But no, the truth was we did meet there. It wasn't like that though. She did actually come up to me and introduce herself, and we didn't speak after that for quite a while until I joined one of the organizations that she was involved in. We won't say their names because then we'll get sued. But anyways, no, we joined them and we were working together, and we were friends. We were communicating because we were doing all these events and stuff, for San Antonio, and so later on in time, we had our own individual stuff going on, and that ended and stuff, and then later on we just decided to get together and see where it went, and we're here now. So, but everything's going great. I love her to death, and she's my better half and everything.
You can tell. I mean, it comes across. I mean, and it's so real, and it's amazing, and it's hard to find that. So when you do, hold on to it,
Yeah, she's here with me all the time, and I enjoy her company, and we just sit here and laugh and pick and poke at each other and stuff. So it's fun. It's a fun experience so far, and being with the radio and stuff like that, and both of us enjoying it at the same time because we're both involved in it so much. So it makes it that much easier.
Exactly. Well, I'm happy to hear that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. But listen, we want to thank you so much for everything. We're glad that you're back. Congratulations on the new album. When is that album actually going to come out? We know that you can pre-order it.
Yes. I need to get with Ricola, and I will be posting it. I don't have an exact date. They had said that it would be, if not by the end of this week, it would be next week for sure.
Okay. I know it is on.
I have it in hand. I'm going to post it.
I know it is on the streaming sites right now. I know it's on Spotify, so you guys can go check it out on Spotify. But you can pre-order it. You can go to chrrecords.com and pre-order it there, or you can go to Mas Chingon Radio. We have the picture of Marlissa on there. Just click on her picture. It'll redirect you to CHR Records, and of course, you can order it there as well.
Yes.
So.
Yes, but I won't wait a year or a couple of months. As soon as I get it, I'll definitely post it.
You're gonna wait till the end of 2019 to say, "Hey, my album just came out," and it's already been out.
Yes, I am. Since I'm a late poster.
No, you got Gavino behind you. Gavino's good at posting stuff, so he's good at keeping up with her.
He's amazing. That guy is so amazing. I swear. And then, I mean, the stuff he puts together, he's so creative. And I love that about him because in this industry, it's true. I mean, you can't sleep on things. You have to, you got to keep current. You got to, stay relevant. You got to keep, just be current with everything.
Yeah, I think he's taking a couple of pages out of my book, so he's trying to make me look bad. That's what it is. He's trying to outdo me.
He's amazing. He's great, and he's such a pleasant person to work with.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy. We keep in touch. He'll check up on me. Sometimes, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good, cool, and stuff like that. So he's awesome. So we give it up to him. He's doing great, and he works with some of these other artists too. So
yes, he works with some amazing artists.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but thank you too. I just want to thank you guys for always being so supportive. So I thank you, like I said, and of course, Mas Chingon Radio. I mean, gosh, it's already been a couple of years.
Yeah, it's been a while. So we're glad to have you back. Just don't stay a stranger, and hopefully we get to see you out here. Like I said, in March time when we come out to San Antonio, and right now. We're working on some stuff. Hopefully they do fall through. I'm just waiting on an answer, and Rick will be involved in it. So hopefully you get to come out as well.
Yes, well, I would love nothing better than that.
So we'll let you know.
You guys need, we're here.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so
Okay.
much, and thank you so much for the interview. I know we were supposed to do it last month, but a lot of things happened, so we finally got to it, and I'm very happy. So thank you so much for your time and your patience.
Thank you. No problem. Y'all have a great night. Thank you.
You too. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right.
All right, ladies and
Bye-bye.
gentlemen. All right, thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Miss Marlissa Vela right here on Mas Chingon Radio, and we're gonna go ahead and play one of our new tracks off her brand new album, and this one is called Dame right here on Mas Chingon Radio, the People Station. What's up, everybody? Hello. Okay. No problem. Thank you so much for everything. Everybody's watching over here on Facebook Live. So, they all heard you.
Pero no puedo olvidarme de tu amor. Me dijeron que besas otros labios.
Okay, same here.
Y no quiero
All right.
complicar tu situación.
Me too.
Tú sabes que te quiero, vida mía. Yo te quiero sin tener que
All right, what's up, everybody?
compartir.
What's up,
Yo te
guys?
espero y te extraño
Javier,
cada
Alejandro,
día.
Tony, LCR, Emma,
Quiero un
Nomás,
momento estar sin ti.
DJ Fuzzy,
Dame tus
Mr. Jorge Moreno,
caricias.
Maria,
Quiero
Francine,
un poquito
Roy,
de tu
Jorge,
amor.
Rachel, Diana, Bob Gallarza,
Dame tus
Lola
lindos
Martinez, Carolina,
besos.
Mary, Jessica,
Quiero
La
conquistar
Lelita,
tu
el Joe Bravo,
corazón.
what's up, Joe Bravo, el original Mas Chingon, JP, what's up, David, what's going on, Angeline, what's up, Miss Julia Romo, DJ Rick, Mitchell, what's up, Mitchell, Carol Anderson, Carlos y los Cachorros,
Sabes que
Carlos
te quiero,
Collar,
vida
Jesse,
mía.
Melissa,
Yo te
Angela,
quiero
Lily,
sin tener
Cristina,
que
Joe
compartir.
Reyes, what's up, Pistolero,
Pero y te
Chris
extraño
Garcia,
cada
Matt, Anthony,
día.
Roger, Christopher,
Quiero
Nika,
un
Nando,
momento
DJ Nando,
estar sin ti.
Jesse, Gloria, Sandra, Cristina, Valentín,
Dame tus
Celia, Juan Trevillo,
caricias.
Rachel Martinez,
Quiero
Rick
un
Valderrama,
poquito de tu
Miranda,
amor.
Joe Marquez,
Dame tus
Tracalosa,
lindos
Chris,
besos.
Juan Sanchez Jr.,
Quiero
Tina
conquistar
Hernandez.
tu
I
corazón.
think I got everybody. Kevin, what's up, Kevin? Big Red Wood. Laura, oh, Pati, what's going on, Pati? All right, back to work.